everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign brought to you by me. Just kidding, Delicious Souls
and
Gaming,
me,
and everyone else here. I'm your Dungeon Master, South Ghost, and we have a wonderful session in store for you today. But first, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, you're noticing the 2 of our players are not here this evening as they had other stuff to deal with. But a lot of the music we'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. They ask that you go to their YouTube channel to watch your music videos. You can listen to the music on Spotify, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device, if you have one, to play Midnight Syndicate right now. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com, or if you're in our Twitch chat, use the command !midnight for more information. I think that's it. That's all the announcements.
Okay. You sure?
I'm like 90% sure. If you want to win free dice for every 5 natural ones that we roll throughout the session, we will be giving out a set of dice to a lucky viewer who is in USA or Canada, excluding Quebec.
Yeah, but we don't give anything to natural 10s.
I have rolled a total of 32 natural ones since the start of this game.
Hey man, I'm not giving you my funky D4. It's round.
And we have so many other stats for all of your characters. If you're in our Discord, there is a / command for it. If you are in our Twitch chat, you can just use ! And then the name of the character whose stats you want to see. So that's really cool. Whoever made that and programmed that's a really cool guy.
Yeah, who is it? We should get them on our team.
Blazing.
We have some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I think their work is so good, they should pay us. Whoever they are. FYI, do we get paid for? No, sorry, do we get like rewards for natural 20s, or is that just its own reward?
I feel like a natural 20 is a reward enough as it is. So,
yeah.
I deal 100 damage at this level with a natural 20. Sure,
that's right.
Anyway, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table, and we are beginning a new session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in his own words is none other than Casimir Gray.
Casimir Gray back in the house, y'all. Sorry.
Death.
Again, I was welcomed into the void. Whatever afterlife someone like me was meant to face upon my doom is outside my grasp. The void instead is endless nothing, no light, no sound, the concept of time beyond perception. Was it moments between my death and revival? It felt like eons more than seconds. When Galder first reached out to me, it was so quiet, so distant. Whatever was left of me was too weak to grasp onto it. If not for Zulkifli, I think I might have been lost forever this time. Instead of remaining the void, I returned to the shattered remnants of the battlefield that almost claimed us all. Aspen had swept Revelor from the chasm below, alive. The train and all of its occupants destroyed except for its brilliant creator. Zulkifli set to create a camp so we could rest from the ordeal we all faced. Meanwhile, Gale continued to seek for treasure. We found the chest that had been on the train had fallen into the chasm below. As we delved deep, Gale found herself nearly crushed in the grasp of a fire giant. I gave up the contents of that chest, such wonderful metals, easily to save her life. After our rest, we set off along the tracks to our destination. The dwarven craftswoman, Dwindella, led us into the great mine of Gargrin. A beautiful display of the mastery of dwarven stonecraft. While not as majestic as my home of Sionor, it has a grandeur that was far more genuine. Somewhere in this grand mountain, we were told rests the mother's cradle, where the first flames of creation struck. She led us into her workshop to rest. We prepared and considered our next steps. It's while we were in her workshop that Galder asked a question that changed everything. He was seeking an entity, neither god nor demon, that had experienced the creation war. Seemed pensive, as Tumas had warned him he couldn't trust the motives of the gods or demons. It was in this moment I had a truly horrible revelation. Why was Adagora really pushing so hard to get to the heart of the Tower of Allura, if her real goal was to free the Primal? Why had no one ever seen a manifestation of Tumas? What if the entity worshipped its Tumas was the Primal? This revelation tore doubt into Galder, the man who just saved my life the previous night. In the end, the void comes. How much more of us is there left to break?
Thank you so much.
Emo session over.
Oof.
So where we left off, Gale had challenged Galder to a drinking contest. As most dwarves enjoy these such things, Dodella comes over the table with a cask of this dwarven gold ale, this rich amber color, as she pours the Belgian lace coats the glass as, you know, some of this gets runs down. And as you two are about to begin this contest of constitution, the ground shakes and you hear this loud, almost nearly explosive sound. Distant, but it reverberates the room. The light fixtures shake.
Is that something unexpected, Dundella?
Hurry, you might be needed. And she
Okay.
immediately grabs a knapsack and a lantern and runs out the door.
Well,
Oh, no time for this.
Feet and heads out the door. He hadn't really settled in.
Calder's gonna down the ale that he had and then go.
yeah, Casimir's gonna like pat Revel on the back saying, "You'll have to wait for your drink."
So I'm
We
guessing
get
everybody's
that.
going out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, call to adventure.
Yeah. So as you all being around those, you start to hear these high, but very these high pitched but very deep resonating whistling sounds, which you recognize to be the same sound that the train used. As steam is pulled through this mechanism, comes out of a narrow, as you're making this whistling sound that kind of echoes. There's been a collapse. You hear people shouting and running to the great mining operation, this pit where all these kinds of lives, and you start to see a little bit of this cloud of dust rise up from it, from whatever rocks had just collapsed down.
Oh boy. I don't need to get anyone out we can.
We're all awake by now, right?
What?
We're all awake at this time, right?
Yep.
We
Okay.
never went to sleep. We were about to have a drinking contest before bed.
Oh, okay.
We had a long rest earlier in the last session, though.
Yeah.
What would you all like
Okay.
to do?
I'd like to get a sense of. I'd like to listen out for what that the crash might be. Is it all coming from the same direction, or is there multiple things happening around?
So the crash was from the mine collapse. There seems to be a mine collapse in one of the tunnels down in the pit.
Yep. Do I hear any screaming, any weird creature noises?
Make a perception check. There's no screaming at this moment, but for creature noises.
Nah, that's a 12.
12.
Yeah.
It's really hard with all the people shouting around, all the other dwarves kind of running out of the homes to come obsessed with whatever is going on. And you guys notice that outside the lifts there is like this spiral path that goes all the way around the cylindrical pit, and that's where you start to be led down.
You know, this would be much easier if we could just all jump down there and fly, but...
Only we're that simple.
Well, I mean... can always pick you back up.
Again. Only if we're that simple.
On the way, Casimir's going to use his second wind to try and recover some of the hit points he lost at the end of last session.
Oh yeah,
Zul will, while running, I guess towards it, he will preemptively perform the rite of the Oracle. Take some damage. He's going to take 3 points of damage for that, and imbue his longbow with psychic damage.
Ooh.
Mm.
A little bit of blood sort of trickling down, but it's like silvery as it touches the bow, and the bow starts to kind of glimmer a little bit.
Okay. Any other questions? I'm it's on the setup last second here.
I say we did manage to.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a queue. That's why. That makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Just gonna look through my stuff. Yep, got a shovel. I'm good. Check out this collapse.
So where she leads you down, there are this large number of these purple quartz crystals that you guys see, and there's just people shouting. There's a couple doors that are coming out that are absolutely caked in soot and not soot, but like dust for the collapse. The ones that made, so one of them has a massive wound in his forehead with like blood that's like caked and then been dried with dust on top of it. His hair and his beard were all matted. What would you like to do?
How many more down there?
There's a whole mining operation. I don't know who's lost to the rabble.
Okay.
I'll throw myself in to start pulling out any survivors if I hear anyone in there.
Yeah, as you do this, you hear stop. We don't know if moving rocks is going to make it worse.
I'll put my ear to the rubble, see if I can hear any frantic breathing.
Yep, make a perception check.
Sure. 20 this time.
20. So you do hear that there is a bit of muffled like screams of like help and other aspects of alarm.
There are people inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dudella's like thinks for a moment. Let me make an intelligence check. Oh wait, okay. Do any of you have abilities to like move the stone, or can any of you go into the crevices?
I'll nod seriously and bring out a shovel from my bag.
Oh, I mean,
I can go through the stone, but I can't pull anybody back out.
Can you you can't like turn into like a giant worm that eats through stone, can you?
I've never seen one like that.
Can you like make something up?
Let me think.
Is such a creature in existence? I wonder.
I mean, I myself could move stone, but
Okay. Gonna look at this portable hole. Okay, I'll hand Aspen the portable hole. You take this. You go. You find some. You find. You go. You can go inside. Find anyone who survived, and then put them inside,
Okay.
and then take them back.
All right.
Hopefully, they not die.
Yes. Aspen's going to take the portable hole, and he is going to cast using a 6th level spell slot. You just see everybody around him would see fungus grow over his skin and almost petrify him as he casts Investiture of Stone.
Mm.
And you said they're trapped under like mounds of like rocks and stuff.
Yeah, there are these massive boulders that just has blocked the passageway in.
Yeah. Aspen's gonna walk through them.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're able to do so.
Yes. Just he's able to smoothly walk through solid rock.
Sick.
That's disconcerting.
Sickening.
So he'll make his way through. What does he see?
So as you make your way through, you start to catch glimpses of dwarven miners that have just they're trying their best to like hold stones up off their chest as they're being crushed. Are you grabbing bodies as you get through?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to collect those where you see, and as you get deeper, about 20 feet back, I would say, you hear this screech that reverberates around the cavern. Don't see the source of it yet as you're still moving through the stone, but you can imagine that the rockfall goes another 30 feet back at most.
Okay. Aspen will press forward and try to get everybody he can.
What if he knows that there's only 10 minutes of air in the bag?
There's only 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, if you close it, and I don't know how much air there is in there, so
Oh, it's 10 minutes. It's fine.
They get older breath.
well, I'm assuming they're unconscious, so they're probably not breathing that much. But
Aspen, how are you hearing? Okay, we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
So
Telepathically.
after you know, it doesn't take you long. You move quickly through the stone, and you may manage to grab all those that you can find and move your way out.
All right.
Pull them out of the hole.
Yeah, he just kind of opens the
I'll
hole
help you
up and
like
pulls them out.
This is me pulling dwarves out of holes, magic holes. Hoping that none of them had a handy haversack or anything on them when we put them in.
None of them did. None of them did, thankfully.
You never know. Okay.
it was a trap.
So some of these dwarves seem to be unconscious and on the brink of death. There's about 5 of them who are bleeding out currently. The other ones are just
all right.
unconscious.
Okay.
How many are there total?
There's 10 total.
There's 10. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Gonna cast haste on Calder.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
So he's now super fast healing, man.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hit the staff of healing against the ground. Hit a mass cure wounds, affecting 6. Yeah. Right. Yeah. 6 of the dwarves.
You have an extra action now.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna use one of my 5th level spell slots to heal the rest of them with my other action. So 22 to the first 6, and then 26 to the 4.
Okay.
Can you only heal 4 with that, or can you heal another person who might be hurt still?
Well, I can heal other people that might be hurt still. So, I'm not gonna direct that at Casimir. So.
Really? All
Yeah.
right, good to know.
All right. So all the dwarves are out. and healed.
All right.
There was a screeching noise back there.
Okay. Do we think
Screeching.
there should still be more miners in here? I can't imagine it was only 10.
In that particular one, yes, there was this horrible shaking and the ceiling collapsed in on us. I don't know. Something is in there.
Something shit.
Good thing I was here.
What is it?
Did you see anything in there, Aspen?
I only heard what I mentioned, screeching.
How long does this ability to walk through stone work for?
How many minutes has it been?
I will say at this point it's been around 8 minutes.
2 more minutes.
Okay.
Going in, coming out, and then the healing, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So if it's been a minute, Galder loses his turn as he gets. He's got the the methamphetamines that he. That's her.
oh, hold on, I need like 6 seconds, and then I'll be back to normal, guys. So, oof.
I find it helps if you like suck on an orange peel, but I don't have it. Like a piece of orange. Yeah.
I haven't seen an orange in like 2 years. So are there like gaps in between the rubble and shit? I'm assuming there is like gaps
for like small creatures to get through. Yeah.
I just need 1 inch, and okay. I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye.
Okay.
And just send that in to look around.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, so as you summon this arcane eye, like freaking Gaara from Naruto, you start to send through these the gaps in the rubble, finding his way through, weaving it through, and as it comes out the other end, you just find this cavern that is full of these purple and amethyst colored crystals. Some of them are gemstones, some of them are just quartz growths. As if you've broken into this massive geode. There are a few dwarven corpses on the other side. They appear to be dead.
Okay.
But you hear this like screeching sound again. It's not exactly high pitched, it's more like this guttural reverberation. Something that's deep in the chest. And there's a corner that you can turn around. There are these tracks as well where they put carts in and out as well. What would you like to do?
I just want to look around for like the source of like the shrieking with the eye.
So as you continue to move the eye forward, what you find is there are these 3 large horned creatures with this almost reddish obsidian colored skin. They have a mouth that has like this magma color glow behind them and these amber glowing eyes. They walk around with these maces that have fire igniting them and coating them, and they look almost devilish or fiendish, but they're also giant in size. By game rules to be considered huge.
Okay. So I appear to see 3 creatures. Very, very large, almost fiendish in nature, but seem to be the source of the noises and potentially the cave-in.
Do you want to see what they're doing?
Describe.
To describe, they're really big. They have these fiery weapons. But they were just kind of walking around, right?
Yeah, no.
They're going through the corpses that they caught before the collapse.
Oh, okay.
So 10 dwarves were caught in the collapse. That's that one miners company, and then there were others left behind.
Okay. Well, they're kind of going through the ones that didn't survive. So.
What do they do?
Nothing has ever happened like this before.
Do you think it has anything to do with your conflict with the giants?
Conflict with the giants was settled hundreds of years ago, and then after the rune magic was relayed to our own mages, they was set free to their own devices. Many chose to return to the elemental plane of fire.
What does it do with me, big?
So, there isn't any giants attacking near the Blothkren Pass. Nothing
the
like
frost
that.
giants, yes. She's talking about the war with the fire giants that Zulkifli saw in the
Yeah.
his vision.
Okay.
They appear to be, I mean, fire giants aren't fiendish in nature. That's
Sure.
Unless they've been corrupted.
Look back through my eye and just say, like, just do some sort of check on these to see what they are, if I can.
Make a nature check.
Nature check. All right. It's a 17.
17. These creatures are quite interesting. They appear to be, or rather look like they were once fire giants, but
Okay.
they have taken on more fiendish creatures. They have cloven hooves. They have horns that come out from their forehead and curl back. Quite unsettling. But you're not aware of any giants turned fiend in your readings.
Like ever recorded? Okay. It's nothing I've ever seen before, but they seem to be they were once fire giants, but fire giants no longer.
That's disconcerting. But, I mean, perhaps the fire giants didn't just accede to the terms of this. Perhaps they've been working to work on some kind of revenge. Have you considered that?
If they are here now, they are working with the coven. Guarantee. Must be.
It's a fair point.
We are making everyone here in danger if we are here. We should go somewhere safer.
You have to fear, Zulkifli, that it seems strange if they were here to target us, that they would have, dropped a mine tunnel instead of pushing towards us directly, unless we are meant to go and try to engage them. But I mean, these people are in danger if there's 3 corrupted fire giants.
Yeah. So
Dudella will speak at this point. I guess, I mean, there are hundreds of dwarves here. If you think that you're the ones that they are truly after, the choices are to fight or to flee and hope they follow. But I don't know what further damage they can cause to the tunnels. I'm sure we deal with the occasional Umber Hulk or Behair, but this is new. Nothing fiendish has happened in these tunnels in a very long time.
We should find. We should find. If we can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a chance to get one of the coven.
Maybe. I mean, this is the second time that something has attacked these caverns since we arrived. So, do we try to clear this rubble, or do you think your people might be better able to assist us with this, Stundella? I say, we are very effective, but we're not stone craftsmen.
At this point, Golder, you see that the three, underneath the feet of the three fiendish fire giants, there is an opening, a circle almost opens up, and this black and red flame shoots up in a column and consumes them. And they're gone.
Well, we don't have to worry about them anymore.
Sorry?
They're gone.
How?
Gone away. Which direction?
Black and red flame came up out of the ground, took them.
Probably her.
Yes.
Does that seem reminiscent of the way that Adagora teleports in and out?
A lot of times she sends something to you. There's been a column of flame that's rather persistent with her brand, one would say. But do you know, there's nothing to confirm or deny if that is her doing or not.
And I didn't see it, so I mean,
Well, columns
I've
are
seen
pretty common with her, but you know.
I was gonna say, I've seen her specific columns of fire. Did that look like her specific ones, or?
I mean, columns of fire are columns of fire. There's
Okay.
no...
But you described it as specifically black and red.
Yeah, you said black and red.
Yeah.
I would question more specifically if it looked like a form of arcane teleportation or if it was just.
I mean, you said there was a circle on the ground first, right?
Yeah.
And then, okay. So yeah, it was arcane teleportation in a way.
So that's the second time that an attack has come then. Do your people have defenses? Do you have soldiers to defend against potential further attacks?
We are hardy people. For now, she looks back to what you recognize more superior looking dwarves. They have finer clothes. They have a series of keys and stuff on their waistbands. Call the miners. We must cease mining operations immediately. I think it's
Probably
best
the
that you
best
do
move.
not rest here tonight.
No.
Yeah.
You'll take
We
one of the
should-
carts immediately.
Okay.
Maybe we can lead them to us instead. They may follow us, and so we leave you alone.
Well, before you go, please rejoin me at my home.
Do be prepare your people. This may be the Coven attempting to reach out to us, but the fact that they choose fire giants means that they are likely using those who are wishing to hurt your people. The Atagora sows chaos and destruction wherever she goes, and this is happening everywhere. So
We follow the structure, by the way.
yeah, we're talking and walking. Yeah.
Yeah, walking and talking.
Walking and talking and chewing gums and doing this thing.
Yes, maybe he's right. They may be using people who hit you already.
Well, all of our encounters with the fire giants that have resided in the mountains have been peaceful. They even come to trade a lot. I would hope that's not the case. There's so few of them left. And at this point, you guys will arrive back at her house, and she'll begin writing a letter, which you'll roll up and hand to you. Braxgore Stonebreaker is the name of the king in Stone Lagar. He's my brother.
Can you spell that for us?
Braxgor Stonebreaker. Sounds spelled exactly how it sounds. Her name is Dwedella Stonebreaker. I am the royal engineer, but he is a very proud man. He's probably going to try to test you before he agrees to anything. But that letter will get you an audience with him.
Well,
mind your manners. He will try to kill you if you disrespect him.
Of course.
Okay. And to say, honestly, we've been tested by many creatures, including a god. So respect is definitely on the top of our plate bill right now. Kind of looks at the party.
Yeah, very respectful. Okay. We must go, motherfuckers.
So she'll guide you over to one of the fire rune carts, and she'll hand you Galder. She'll hand it to Galder. A small mallet with it's like a smithing hammer, almost like for finer, more detailed work, and it has the rune engraved onto it. Think of this as a sort of key to a lock. And she'll walk you over to what is almost like this engine looking thing. Almost it's like a kiln.
Okay.
You just tap that with the mallet and it will ignite.
Okay. All right.
The ball peen hammer.
Be mindful of the flames in the back.
Yes, that's why I'm not hitting it yet. Because we are standing very close to it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Thank you.
best of luck.
Thank you.
Be safe.
You as well.
All right.
Casimir will
Everyone
ride
in.
in the back of the cart. Just in case the flames get out of control.
Everyone in? Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Dink.
All right, so upon striking the kiln with the hammer, this almost like an exhaust pipe in the back will start to sputter to life, like kind of giving you some kickback, and it's like a small torch gets lit, like a blowtorch, and it begins to propel you guys forward along the track. Not nearly as quick as a train, but it is still faster than you would be getting on foot.
Yeah.
So we're walking a train instead of running one.
I'm gonna have a group of demons run a train on you if you keep it up.
Didn't that already happen?
Anyway, and so you're traveling. Is there anything you would like to do while you travel the rest of the way to Stone Lagar?
Take a little bit of a short rest at some point.
So I will say that over the next 2 days it takes you to get to Stone Lagar,
okay,
it's just gonna be glossed over. So you have 2 days if you want to do anything as a character.
I want to train with Zulkifli will keep up with Cormac and hopefully train a little bit with his pistol, like his spare gun, and just learn a little bit about how it works and how to take it apart and put it back together, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And in return, he'll brew up some gunpowder using his alchemist kit.
Okay.
Seems like a good thing to do with a
Yeah.
card.
During these 2 days,
That's a great point.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll be firing stuff out of the cart, just like
No, not the gun so much as the
just see a
making
rust
of guns.
monster. Just see a rust monster as you go by. Shoot it like.
Yeah. Just see a random drow.
Fun fact: Did you know that during World War II, the Queen, King George's wife, the Queen, consort, was given a gun by Churchill, and she would practice on the rats in the castle in Buckingham Palace Gardens.
Amazing.
So that's like how. Well, that's exactly what I'm imagining right now. Because she thought that Nazi paratroopers were going to land on the palace and take them in the night. So she asked for a gun from Churchill.
I mean, look at the famous time of Prime Minister of Canada Jean Chrétien defending himself with both his wife striking a robber who broke into the Prime Minister's house in the middle of the night with an Inuit statue. She clobbered him.
So, with those fun history facts behind us, is there anything else?
Winning a handshake.
So during these 2 days, for one, Galder will not speak to or look at Casimir.
Okay, well, that's not how it's gonna work.
Well, okay.
If only I had a character, I'd be like, did they sleep together?
And secondly, on the dawn of each of the days, Galder will attempt to use his divine intervention, just to try to gain a level for the party.
Gain a level.
That's bold. That's a bold.
As I've been
request.
Trying to do.
Yeah,
a lot.
A bold request. Go ahead and try it.
Yeah.
You get 2 rolls.
I get 2 rolls of a D100, 13 or lower.
But am I going to allow it? Is the main.
I mean, that is fair. Okay. Okay. It doesn't hit anyways, so that's fine.
Okay.
What was it supposed to hit?
Under his level.
13 or lower.
Is going to try to speak to Galder the first
Okay. Well, in that case, he won't look at you. But if you're trying to get his attention by speaking, he'll just kind of grumble and just.
Galder.
What do you want?
Just want to make sure you're okay.
No, I'm not.
I didn't think you were. You know I don't mean offense to you by what I was suggesting, right?
I know. Much. Whether offense was meant or not, offense was taken.
That's fair, but I appreciate you. And not for your healing, but for the short time you've been here, you've been a stalwart, kind, and really a better companion than we've had in some of these past months. And I trust you. But I am a skeptical man who raised himself into the world believing that no one can be trusted, not even the gods. And I have overcome a great deal of that skepticism, but still have to have healthy suspicion.
Just when you live your life worshipping something, devoting your life to this being who you think will make everything better. It's difficult to hear that this being that you devoted your life to could be the end of the world.
And I don't really have a good answer for that, but you've worshipped an idea. And while you may be a cleric to Tumas, The good that you do is not Tumas's good. It is your good. The change that has happened in this world has happened by your will.
Same thing Gail said.
And I hope I'm wrong.
I also hope you're wrong.
I hope that Tumas is just desperate and afraid and knows that there's a traitor amongst the gods. But either way, we have a god who's our enemy. And
It's just a matter of who to trust.
At this point, I think we have to be a little skeptical of everyone. But your faith should be in the good that you bring to this world. You, by your worship, give power to the gods, not the other way around.
Never thought of it like that.
As if it wasn't for clerics bringing good to the world, keeping in mind that every person that you've ever converted by your good deeds was converted by your good heart.
This is giving me much to think about, even more than I already had to think about.
Yes. And I'm sorry.
Forgiven.
Yes. Please stop hurting me.
It was one time.
I know, it's fair. I mean, honestly, I was terrified that I had your connection, so.
No, I fortunately am still able to use this magic, so we'll see. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah. Everything changes.
Everything changes. Something I need to accept.
Well, we'll see what happens next.
We will. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you. Yeah. Bag.
You got another one.
Thank you.
I think.
Wait.
Wait,
Huh?
it's okay if
I didn't even help.
I think that rat was saying, "Oh my God, you shot my child."
Yeah.
Was that a Ratagora?
You guys are awful.
One of them's like actually like a gnome who is wild shaped, and they fall into a chasm.
So the on the second day, you guys arrive to Stone Lagar. As you come into the city, you're directed. The switches are made to where it directs you to a station rather than a mining depot, where goods are brought in from the mines. And you're greeted by a small squadron of dwarven guards. These guards, as you have not been, the rest of the city has not shown to you at this moment in time. You're brought into a station. It's almost like Metro running to New York by subway alone. You don't see the city at this moment in time. You're blocked off. But the guards, they have these faces of like these the masks are covering their face. They have like this brass look about them. You've seen these kind of masks before, where it's like the eyes and then there's a part for them, the mouth, and the mask can open from the center and close if they so choose. But do they not show you their faces? They all carry halberds that have both a blunt edge like a hammer and then a blade on the other side. You pull up.
Is there a break for this thing?
Just stop it. Shuts off.
Tap it again with the hammer. Oh.
Tap it really hard repeatedly, and we just go through the mountain. 88 miles per hour.
A guard wearing a red cloak will step forward. We heard you coming this way.
Yes.
Come this way we have. We were sent here, yes.
He holds out his hand.
Galder, do you have it?
Oh, yeah, the letter.
He'll break the wax seal and open it. All right, it's them. We're going to take you directly to the king.
Oh, all right.
Thank you very much.
I just ask that you relinquish your weapons.
Of course.
There is an attack coming. We maybe will need our weapons if it happens.
We will give them back to you if there is an attack. He holds out a bag which you recognize to be a bag of holding.
Okay, good. Because so I need you not to touch this sword as I put it in for all of your safety. Okay.
Genuine, that sword will make your ears bleed. That is not a joke in any way.
Unless you take the staff and shield. The staff is for more than fighting.
Okay. I'll de-weapon, which takes a little while. It's like one of those scenes where the character just keeps taking more and more stuff out of their like my longbow, 9 live steel, a stealer scimitar. I've got like a Chris, and then I've got like a bunch of karambits, just like curved daggers. Just take those out. I've got another scimitar. Yeah, just I've got like a machete. I've got like a bunch of smoke bombs. I've got like an actual bomb that I've been making for like a grenade.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of potions, like poisons, just like put them in, and I've got a couple of things that look like potions of healing, and I'll say, "Don't drink this; this will kill you." And then I'll put it inside there. And
now, are they checking our bags of holding too?
They haven't checked. They just held out a bag for you to relinquish things.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Casimir also is ridiculous.
Do they say that I have to give my wooden staff?
Nope. You would put
Okay.
him on of his walking stick.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, Aspen can use a shield if that's okay as well. I mean, it's not really a weapon.
Shield in the bag.
Okay.
Galder will put his shield in the bag, put his crossbow in the bag, put his spear in the bag.
Yeah.
Aspen puts this wooden shield inside of a bag.
Yeah. Casimir puts a longbow, a bunch of arrows.
Say that you
a
guys
morning
put those
star.
items in a bag.
What does the singing blade do is Casimir putting it in a bag? Does it say anything?
It's surprisingly silent.
I'm sorry about this, friend. It's like, seriously though, don't touch this. It doesn't like when people touch it.
As I said, will make your ears bleed. Sincerely do not touch it.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get moving.
Absolutely.
So you guys walk down a staircase and you come into this massive spectacle of a hollowed out mountain. There are bridges and crossways that overlap one another that have been expertly carved. There are these massive stone pillars, and as you look across this hollowed mountain, you see up in the opposite from the station, there's this long bridge that leads. It's like you get like if this was a road, this would be like the main road of the city where everything kind of connects. It's a lot wider, and there's this massive palace with just these what's the word I'm looking for? These towers that is covered, but there are water falls coming out of them. There's appears to have these gemstones of emerald laid into it as well, and it is stunning. These massive statues made of gold and precious metals, forges burn all around you. These kilns with molten rock and metals pouring out of them. Dwarves, the sound of hammers being worked away on these metals as well, that are just This is a city of craftsmanship. This is a city where dwarves have truly mastered their art, and there's a reason why you came here.
Yeah.
As you proceed forward, you go straight to the palace, where there are these doors that are made of pure adamantite. The gates that also have artwork put into them as well, and it is that of their god and a forge, as he seems to be making the first dwarves. You continue on through now these polished marble tiles. Statues of dwarven kings of old and dwarven heroes line the ways with these pillars. And you can continue on forward. There are gardens of these strange looking plants, a lot of root plants, things that don't require a lot of light, giving twisted shapes and strange colors as you continue on. A few creatures that look like a mixture between a wolf and a dragon patrol as well, with their handlers wearing the same armor that you've seen the guards escorting you, except these ones are wearing cloaks that have black. All the guards within the palace wear black cloaks, and their armor is that more brackish colored. It is more black as well. Almost like gunmetal colors would be the best way to put that. And as you continue on, the next set of doors opens up, which are now this more ornate silver metal, and they proceed onward, and you brought down now a carpet with polished stone that's and tile that is that of black and white. Without going further into detail of like how great the dwarves are at stonework and craftsmanship, we'll continue on to the king.
He's just got such a long beard. That's the first thing we see, right?
His beard is white as snow, and he has just these beady black eyes and kind of a crooked nose. He is stout. He has a crown that is made of this orangish metal, which you recognize to be orichalcum, with these brilliant stones set into it as well. In one hand, he holds a hammer that appears to be made of pure gold with a bunch of gemstones in it. That is very scary looking. And in his other hand, he holds a smithing hammer. So he has a great hammer and a smithing hammer. You're all brought forward. The court grows silent. What do you all do?
I bow.
Follow his lead. Yeah,
Take a knee.
I'll do it.
Aspen won't go full knee, but he'll bow.
I don't expect a lot of outsiders to understand our traditions, but it is customary, as some of you have, to kneel before your king.
Absolutely. And I'll kneel.
So,
I'll kneel. So now you are my king.
When you're in my kingdom, you're under my protection. Unless you wish to bring us harm.
Never.
He looks out to the court, these dwarves in these elegant robes and gemstones. He leaves the hammer on the arm of his throne, which is just a super high throne carved out of the stone that is of this white mineral with flecks. It's almost like kind of like granite looking, but they've also embedded gemstones and stuff as it goes wider, as it goes up. And he taps his hammer on the ground, and there's this great thunderous noise that reverberates throughout the cavern. Leave us, guards, stay. He runs his hand through his beard, the different trinkets and jewelry clinking as they come in contact with each other. So you're the Seekers. I've heard about
That we
you.
are.
You seem to be the first to actually mention a reputation before we meet you.
Do you know who we are fighting?
I've heard word from my friend, Queen
They-
Ethelred, a long,
Yeah.
long friend of our kingdom. I've known her since I was a wee lad.
They are coming to your kingdom now. This coven. And we think they are sending giants. Turning them, making them become demons.
He leans
Attacking
forward at
you.
this. Interesting.
Already they have destroyed the train that we were coming here for in the track as well. And now they have attacked the city before this, the mines.
And what offerings do you bring?
And I'll reach for the portable hole. Bring one offering from an old friend.
Oh God.
I'll reach in and I'll start pulling out the cask of whiskey. Lord Minorialis says he brings you this.
One of the, upon you mentioning that name, one of the guards goes, Minorialis? That elf wants his name to be brought into my halls again? After he defiled my son?
Apparently so.
Yeah. He did help us make our way here.
Make your persuasion check.
Who?
Zolkifli, he's the one who's offering. You can do it with advantage, so.
Guys!
Oh no.
Okay. That's not bad. It's a 6.
Oh.
About as well as expected.
Damn. Damn. With advantage?
What else did you roll? Oh my god.
Rolled a 6 and a 7.
Jesus.
I got a -1.
Jeez.
Do this. Why is so carefully the face?
Why do we let Zolkifli talk?
You better have a lot more to offer than just a cask of whiskey.
Oh, but
There is a lot more.
that was more the peace offering from Lord Memorialis. Now we're going to give our offerings to Kipling.
Aspen's gonna look at everybody like
Did we bring a bunch
our
of gems?
offering.
Brought a lot of gems.
Yeah.
And also
Nice.
something.
Yeah, I was gonna whisper that shit. I think we left the gems behind.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Give it to the fire giant.
No, that
No.
wasn't gems. That was ingots.
Yeah, we brought gems from the
We
dragon.
brought our own gems.
Yeah.
How many gems did we bring?
I'm imagining
Bro,
this
look at
all
Shadow.
happening in real life, like real time.
Oh, yeah.
He's just tapping his fingers on the arm of
Yeah,
his chair,
we're like
leaning
we're like
onto it.
whispering to each other like, gems so carefully. Stop being stingy and give him the gems.
While they're
I'll bring out the gems. Okay, we bring you also this offering of gems.
He nods to one of his guards who come over and take the chest and bring it in front of his chair. Let's set it down. The two guards, and they open it, showing just like this array of gems. Like the chest is like trunk size. This is several tens of thousands worth of gold of gems that
Yeah.
you've brought.
These are claimed from a majestic dragon horde as part of our adventures, and we give them to you as a gift. Some of them appear to be some rather ancient cuts. So.
You can make a persuasion check, Casimir, with advantage.
Yeah.
You need me to do it? I'm presenting it. I mean, friggin' I'll do it.
I mean, it's bad either way. I wish I had inspiration right now. We are bad at this. That's a 3.
You are so back. Oh.
Let me roll again. Also, is it not rolling into
I got the 3. You have an
got the
advantage.
3.
and a 4? What's happening?
You may have a array of wealth that you can flaunt in my halls. But I may have heard some few things you've done around Mernwin. But I will need a test to be passed of my own.
Well,
Of course.
I did want to bring this up as soon as we walked in. I'm not one for technology, but your sister seems to be a very astute engineer, easily surpassing those of Lernben Hollows without the crutch of Noxiarium. We were very lucky to have saved her in the accident we had back on the tracks. It was quite gruesome.
Casimir, in your head, you hear, do we give him the ingots?
Can you hear his thoughts?
I can hear your response to that.
In his head, he says, as a backup, but the challenge might be fun.
Understood. That's it. A good communication cut
As
from
you
there.
previously mentioned, there are giants that are being warped by this so-called coven. I think this test would prove valuable to you, and it would help me. From my understanding and the messages I've received from my sister that you so graciously saved, and which I am appreciative, which is why it is a simple task I am tasking you with. In the Frodrust Forest, just beyond Blothkren Pass, is where these frost giants are coming from. I have sent some scouts out there. The last thing we heard from them is there's some kind of ice fiendish power coming from it, empowering these giants, twisting them into something else. A select few, but they're deadly nonetheless. I understand that you want me and my craftsmen to forge a weapon to help you defeat this coven. But I
Yes.
cannot do so without taking care of these ice giants first. My forges are far too busy crafting new weapons, as many are being lost on the battlefield.
Why are they attacking you?
So, earlier in the campaign, way back when, it was revealed that ice giants were attacking the dwarves in order to collect souls for this ritual the coven wanted to do. They have been creating conflict in the world to get more death, yet intercept the souls from it. So, you would have been aware of this. He goes, and he realized that to you.
But I want to hear him say it.
Yeah, he relays that information to you.
Yeah, good. Then we will help you because this will also hurt the coven.
Honestly, this was a task that we were considering in the first place as we came here.
Do this for me, and I will have my dwarves. I will have my smiths forge a weapon.
Question before we start. Would you like to see the item we'd like to have forged into a weapon?
Makes no difference to me.
It might give your craftsman time to consider. I've never seen an item like this forged, and I know we came here because you are the most magnificent craftsman in the entire world.
You may leave it here. You may leave it here with me, and I will
Yeah,
have
that's-
the royal smiths take a look.
So Casimir will try to get the horn out of the bag of holding if Soul lets him. It's a big ass horn, right?
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
a yard or a meter in length.
Yeah.
Makes that sound as it comes out too.
Yes. This is taken from this is the horn of Sleeping Winter,
Hmm.
taken from a great demon imprisoned by the god of winter.
He gestures to the table, which has like a number of other offerings of audiences he's had set up before it.
Yeah, he lays it down. The lore behind the horn is just so fun for me.
If you want to rest for the night, you may do so. You
Is it
have
late?
one day before you set out. It's actually the morning. You have the whole day in this dwarven city. And you will set out in the morning.
Of course.
As you
Are
wish,
we-
my king.
Of course, my king. Are we permitted to shop?
Do as you wish, just cause no trouble.
Of course.
We are the no trouble kind of people. He sighs
wish
a
for-
person.
Do you wish for a guide?
Yes, a guide would be quite helpful.
Very well. He's gonna slam his hammer, the shaft down on the floor, which once again this thunderous echo, and this very as far as dwarves go, this one is stout. Like he is stout, he is portly, kind of starting to immediately kneels, which isn't very far of a distance. My king, this here is Godric, my page. My cousin. He will help you. When he's not, it's better off that he's helping you than stuffing his face. Godric is just sweating. Whether it's like the 10-foot run he just did or what, you do not know. But he is sweating profusely. It would be my honor. He has like this very long amber beard that's just like a rat's nest. There appears to be like some crumbs or leftover cheese in it as well. He has a head full of hair except for the very top. It is like a monk hair where he's going bald. And just these over opulent robes, very gaudy, doesn't quite fit his form how they should. And just these like blue eyes that seem to be glossed over from whatever he was drinking in this early in the morning.
Dwarves. Gotta love them.
All right. Godric
Yeah.
struggles to stand up from his kneel.
I'll offer my hand to help him up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, my friend.
All right, leave my presence.
As you wish.
One question. Do you know which one of the coven is helping the giants? Always there is one.
I do not know.
Did you see one, like, a man who is a puppeteer with strings?
I do not know.
Okay. Well, no.
I'd like to insight that.
Go ahead, roll for insight.
Mm,
It is a 23.
He seems to be hiding something.
Okay. I'm not going to bring that up because that would be the worst thing to do right now, but I will keep
it
that
would
in
be
mind.
the worst thing to do right now.
He's a politician. Of course he's hiding something.
hiding something in like relation to that specific statement, though, right?
And as you follow Godric's waddling steps out the Great Hall of King Stonebreaker, we're gonna take a really early mid-session break today
Oh,
to focus on the latter half of the session. So
Okay.
everybody, we're gonna take a mid-session break here. Give us about 15-20ish minutes as we do so. If you're just now joining us, boy, do we have news for you.
Extra, read all about it. Prestige Encounters now found also on the podcast network, wherever it is you get your podcasts. Also, all over the tube of yous. As opposed to the tube of me's. We have our entire archive over there. All of our sessions so far. And if you happen to be catching us on any of these in the future, come catch us in your present or your future live over on Twitch. Find us. We are Lich Souls Gaming, currently under Prestige Encounters, which is our D&D game.
Yes. All right,
Over to
everybody.
you, DM.
Thank you so much there, Noah, and thank you to everyone who's tuned in so far. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. I can't.
Back, everyone.
Welcome back.
I was-
Welcome back. I was
so
trying so
mad.
hard to make it as bad as I could. Okay, so which doesn't take a lot of effort, surprisingly, not. By the way, guys, did you know this is our
2024.
first? Yeah, this is our first session of 2024.
Holy crap.
The year that I turned 30. Anyway.
Everyone is officially a year older, and we are 1 year closer to the end of the world.
It's
Thank
true.
you for that
You're
wonderful message.
One day closer to death.
So you guys
So,
are
yeah,
now
welcome to the void.
leaving the Great Hall of King Stonebreaker with Godric and leading you on. He has his hands up like this, super like, portly, kind of holding onto the lapels of his very gaudy and opulent robe, proudly exemplifying himself. What are y'all doing?
Right. Well, so your name is what? Godric, right?
Aye?
And you're our guide. You're also the king's cousin, if I heard that correctly.
Yeah. I'm his
Okay,
cousin, twice removed.
Twice removed. Okay. So still blood relation, but not like direct royal family. I got you.
Right. I'm not what you call the main branch.
Yes. Yes. So
He's
where
gonna
to
mutter
first? You're our
something in
guide.
Dwarvish. Does anybody speak
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish?
I do not.
Wonderful.
We took like a month of it in middle school, and they removed that. They said that Dwarvish was just not.
What does it sound like? What does it sound like, Michael?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. I'm so glad that we live in a world where we can ask questions, because an answer without a question is just a statement.
No, it's just a quest for ions.
Yeah, and they used to offer all these different classes and book readings until this organization called Harpies for Liberty came in and like banned all the languages in books. So I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
They don't teach about the fire giants in the books anymore.
Anyway, where would you all like to go?
I mean,
I've never been here before.
shopping.
You've never been here before.
Yeah. What is one of the best places to, pick up some new adventuring gear?
And tattoos.
And tattoos. Yes, I've heard a lot about these tattoos.
Tattoos.
Magic
You all right?
tattoos.
You want some tattoos?
Magic tattoos.
Mm.
So, as he said, the magic tattoos. I've heard a lot about them. I've only heard about them coming from Cogran, so.
I've been informed that there is magical tattoos from here, and I can't necessarily benefit from a lot of these magical items that my comrades might haul around. So, magical tattoos might help me quite a bit.
All right, well,
Do you have something here? Something
Oh,
that
we
can
got-
stay on his body, even if his body's changing.
that's a wonderful thing about magic. You know, I got a couple tattoos.
Don't see them. Don't tell me where they are.
He'll just look at you.
No. Okay.
All right, well, to the magical tattoo shop, I guess. Which one would you
Yes.
like?
There's a choice.
There's multiple shops. Or...
Multiple shops.
Which one is
Something
certified
very
under
good.
health and safety standards?
All right, I know a place.
And which one's more dangerous?
Which one is good?
Yes, that's the real question. Which one is the best quality, regardless of safety?
Just give me a moment.
Listen,
Okay,
how
so
do we best
he
get gangrene here? Magical gangrene.
magical gangrene. Okay, so he leads you down. As he walks down the main road, you guys kind of go through, take a turn, and you go to a lift to bring you to the lower levels of the city. Not the where the palace is. You walk down. He stops at a food vendor, and he grabs a grilled newt kebab, where he starts like eating on it as he's walking. You don't want to try some? With like gristle and grease kind of dripping down his beard.
What's
Tell
the
you what,
kebab made of?
I'm very down to try that.
They're quite good. These kind of salamanders only live near volcanic vents. Very easy to catch.
Oh,
Salamander. Hold on.
salamander. How much?
They're like 3
I'll try
copper.
some. Yeah, I'll try some.
Copper. Oh,
Do they give
Boom, boom, boom.
resistance to fire?
No.
Good. I don't need it.
Who here as a character would not do well with spicy food? Anyone?
Come on, be honest.
Come on.
I mean, Casimir's
Come on.
resistant to fire. He is real good at spicy stuff.
Look, who's the whitest one here? Okay.
Casimir. But he's also resistant to fire, so I assume he's good with spice.
I feel like out of
Different kind of.
the total group, I feel like Gale would do the worst with spice. But out of the 4 of us here, I don't know.
Hmm.
Probably Revelor, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's
So
got
well,
that
Just so
chilies
these sounds,
every
they
day.
have a heavy like spice to them, along with being very
nice.
savory. So you get this
Mm.
taste of like, it's not chili pepper or any kind of pepper. It's some sort of root that they grow here that gets ground up. They call it fire root. And it is quite
Sounds fresh.
delicious. It's grown, it's dried out, it's ground up. It gives you about the heat of what would be between a habanero and something a little bit more spicy than that. But it's not like some of those extremely hot sauces where it's just spicy to be spicy. It is a smoky,
It's actually flavorful.
Mm.
spice that is exactly
Yeah.
what you need when it comes to spicy food.
Yes.
So,
Is this
So
the
good.
first time Zul has
Color is
ever looked
lovely.
happy truly with a meal?
Oh,
he's had
Uh,
curry before.
Because he's
He's
been
had-
trying to get like real
this is-
spicy food.
one of the few times you've
Yeah.
seen him really happy with a meal. You've seen him before. I mean, there've been magical meals we've had that were like just what he needed, just what he was looking for. But this was pretty close without magical means.
Yeah.
But Aspen will not eat meat.
Oh yeah, that is the issue here.
It's a newt. There's not meat on it.
It is technically meat.
But by definition, it is meat.
I mean, unless it's magically
All right, you
conjured.
fuck your way, I'll fuck mine.
That's
Fair enough.
a thing that people
Mm.
say.
Yeah, fuck your way. Oh, yes, me. Okay. Well, I'll buy a few more, and I'll just sort of chew, like, happily nibble on them as we walk through the
Oh,
streets.
it's delicious. Like biting into a very juicy chicken leg, which is like the grease runs down. It's like the dark meat. It's rich tasting. Oh, it's wonderful.
Guys, I may never want to leave Kargren.
Yeah, if there's
Well-
one thing that Kargren does well, it is food.
I mean, it's the only thing. They're actually bad smiths, but they make up for it with the food. They're like people like, oh man, they're super good. I got indigestion.
All right. And he brings you into a shop, and these shops are set up where, you know, there's all sorts of shimmering dusts in these vials. There are a few dwarves that have these lenses that kind of fold in on each other to give you them like a magnified view. Here they are. Well, say hello.
Hello.
I'm checking it. I'm checking what it looks like. So, yeah. Hi. Do you have tattoos?
I mean, we don't have tattoos to just slap on ya. We kind of make them.
It'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
interesting if you had like a
For magical
sleeve you
means,
could
yes.
just slide over your arm with the tattoos already on it.
Do you?
I'll browse their stuff with interest. Do they have anything written down about what they can offer or what they can do? Or...
Yeah, Aspen was gonna ask for a menu of any sort.
Well, he's going to explain a few things. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tattoos that you can choose from here. All of them vary in price. Just keep in mind that if the more uncommon it is, the larger it is for in terms of your character design. This is not something that can be arranged. So the first one is an absorbing tattoo. It is very rare in terms of the price, and it does all these do require attunement, by the way.
Yeah.
You basically get a random resistance to type of damage.
Random, or we can
It
we can't
is
specify.
it is random. Either I
That makes it
decide or
fun.
it's determined randomly. So that's number one, the absorbing tattoo. The next one is known as the life well tattoo, but it is also very rare. It will give resistance to necrotic damage. And then when you reduce to 0 hit points, you drop to 1 hit point instead. And it cannot be used again until the next dawn. It's a one-time use. By the way, all of these tattoos has this man who Godric introduces as Zachary, this wily dwarf with this blue, powder blue beard and hair that's slicked back with these magnifying glasses on. He also says, like, if you lose your attunement to them, they disappear. They're gone.
Oh.
Next up is the masquerade tattoo. You can shape that tattoo into any color or pattern and move it on any area of your skin. It's always obviously a tattoo. It can range in size, no smaller than a copper piece, to an intricate work of art that covers all of your skin. This allows you to cast Disguise Self with a DC of 13 to discern the disguise once per dawn. This is a common one. Next up, you have the Shadowfell brand, which is you get dark vision with a range of 60 feet and you advantage on stealth checks. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to become insubstantial for a moment, having the damage you take. Then the reaction can't be used again until the next sunset. And that is a rare tattoo. Then you have the Spell Rod tattoo. This does a number of things. It adds a modifier to... Hold on a second. Yeah, so it contains a single spell up to a 5th level. And depending on how much money you will spend on it, it will change the spell casting ability modifier in the save DC or the attack bonus. It's not using yours. So basically it is a command.
Yeah, so basically, could a non-spellcaster use
It
that?
is also a one-time use.
Ooh.
So there's that. All right, next up, barrier tattoo. If you aren't wearing armor, the tattoo grants you an armor class depending on the rarity. That can be 12 plus dexterity modifier, 15 plus dexterity modifier with a maximum of 2, or 18.
Ooh,
Yeah.
for Aspen, maybe.
Aspen will point at that one. He'll put his finger on the menu.
Yeah, so it goes from uncommon to very rare. Very rare is the 18, and rare is the 15 plus your dex modifier with a maximum of 2. So keep that on one. Let's go the barrier tattoo. Next up, we have the Blood Fury tattoo, which gives you a total of 10 charges. It regains all expended charges daily at dawn. While this tattoo is on your skin, you gain the following benefits. When you hit a creature,
Zol's already pointing at this one.
when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend a charge to deal an extra 4d6 necrotic damage to the target, and you regain a number of hit points equal to the necrotic damage dealt. When a creature you can see damages you, you can spend a charge to use your reaction to make a melee attack against that creature with advantage on your attack roll. So you can do that. That's actually very powerful. That is a legendary tattoo. That is going to cost between 50 to 100,000 gold. So that's cool. This next one is uncommon. It's the Coiling Grasp. While this tattoo's on the skin, you can use an action. Cause the tattoo to extrude into inky tendrils. Reach for a creature that you can see within 15 feet of you. The creature must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or take 3d6 force damage and be grappled by you. And then they can try to escape as an action. Eldritch Claw. We have 3 more here for reference.
Cool. Is it everything on the list? And then
In Tasha's. This is what I'm reading it from.
So cool. All right, cool. I like to
We have 3
check
more.
in case anyone wants to read over it. Yeah.
While that tattoo is on your skin, the Eldritch Claw, your unarmed strikes are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming immunity and resistance to non-magical attacks, and you gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed strikes. As a bonus action, you can empower the tattoo for 1 minute. For the duration, each of your melee attacks with a weapon or an unarmed strike can reach a target up to 15 feet away from you as inky tendrils launch toward the target. In addition, your melee attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage on a hit. Once used, the bonus action can't be used again until the next dawn. That is uncommon. The Ghost Stab tattoo. The tattoo has 3 charges, and it regains all expended charges daily at dawn. As a bonus action, while the tattoo is on your skin, you can spend 1 of the tattoo's charges to become incorporeal until the end of your next turn. For the duration, you gain the following benefits. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. You can't be grappled or restrained. And you can move through creatures and solid objects as if they were difficult terrain. And if you end your turn in this solid object, you gain a 1d10 force damage. If the effect ends while you're in a solid object, instead you are shunted to the nearest unoccupied space, and you take 1d10 force damage for every 5 feet traveled. That's very rare. And finally, the Illuminator's tattoo, which is a common tattoo. While this tattoo is on your skin, you can write with your fingertip as if it were an ink pen that never runs out of ink. As an action, you can touch a piece of writing up to 1 page in length and speak a creature's name. The writing becomes invisible to everyone other than you and the named creature for the next 24 hours. Either of you can dismiss the invisibility by touching the script. No action required. Once used, this action can't be used again until the next dawn.
Yeah.
And those are essentially the tattoo options I have for you. It's quite the craft.
This seems a lot that goes into this.
Indeed, it's a refined craft passed down through generations of artists.
Do any of these, none of these look like the tattoo that Dion had? Do they, or is the absorbing one like Dion's?
He did have the absorption tattoos because you gain half the number of damage you would have taken.
Yeah.
Did you do work on a large muscular man named Dion by any chance?
Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, what a joyous man.
Yeah, he was actually our companion.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, I barely knew him, but they seem to have had a lot of adventures with him.
Yeah. That
Yes, he was quite fun.
and that tattoo was very effective. It saved his life many times.
Well, the price is the same regardless of if you know him or not. I don't do referrals.
I'm not trying to get the friends and family discount. Just
There isn't one.
That's good. I'm more pointing out now to my companions
What are you interested in?
I'll point to the Bloody Fury tattoo. This one, I think. And
That
just
is
marvel at it.
my magnum opus.
I want your magnum opus.
All right, that one is roll a persuasion check.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Sure. Let's go. Natural 20. 19.
Normally, I would charge about 300,000 gold for that, but for you, I'll charge 120,000.
I want to insight that.
Go ahead and roll for insight.
I'm not going to say anything around this. I just want to know. 24.
24. He's telling the truth.
Okay.
Now, just because he charges for that, the actual
That is
material
a
cost
legendary tattoo.
it's like
Yeah,
huge
that's true.
for his material cost.
We
It will
actually
let you
have
do-
that in the keep.
It will let you do an extra 40d6 necrotic damage a day.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
A
want
day.
it. I want it so bad. Gives me attacks as reactions. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
I can get you these from our keep.
All right, let's go.
Okay. And yeah.
Do you take cash, check, or
I need
card?
payment up front.
This is a lot of money. So it can take a long time to travel here. We can arrange though.
We do have to come back, Zool.
I need payment up front.
Go for our
You can
stuff.
always go visit the bank. See if they'll help you.
And for this one, he'll point to the barrier tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one comes in a variety of sizes. Which one are you looking for?
Well, preferably I'd want as much coverage as possible. I am pretty easy to hit at my size.
All right. Well, I'll give you two options. You can have the one that will give you moderate protection. That will give you armor class to 17. But what's your dex modifier?
2. So it would give me 17.
So 17. That one will only set you back 10,000 gold. Now, the other one takes a bit more effort and materials. So that would set you back 50,000.
Alright, and it's just 17 or 18, so
Or a 40,000 gold difference.
yeah, for a 40,000 gold difference,
Could be life or death.
good.
Like the entire fate of the world depends on this decision right now. Ask me.
Yeah. Do we have the money to pay for either currently?
So,
How much? I'm looking through my gold.
Or 50,000.
58,000?
Or 10,000, yes.
10,000.
Up to 50.
10 we have.
10.
Yep. 10 we have. I'll position a sack, like a burlap sack, just underneath the bag of holding, and I will summon 1,000 platinum coins to just come spurting out, clinking into the sack. You see, we have money and more in our keep. And I'll put this down. 10,000.
10,000 platinum coins. So this is 100,000 gold. essentially?
10,000. No, that was 10,000 gold coins, basically.
Gold
It's
coins,
1,000
okay.
platinum.
1,000
10,000
platinum,
gold.
Yes, I believe the moderate protection will do.
Well, that one I can do because this is the payment up front.
Yes.
Anything else?
Is there
pique your
anything-
fancy? I can give you a total.
Anything you are looking for, something that can help make this tattoo.
I got all the materials I need. It's just time and effort. You're paying for my time, really?
That is fair. I suppose this would take quite the deal of time.
It
to
would.
Precise art.
We can help because we are strong and we are going to be here again.
If you need more money, you can always go to the bank.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, bang.
yeah. Is it, sorry, a bank? So that's a place you store money. How would that help us if we don't have the money with us?
It's not just a place where you store money.
Okay, is it a place are you suggesting we rob a bank?
Can they magically summon our money from our keep to here? Because if they can do that, then that solves all of the problems.
Because
all
I'm
I
not
know, I'm not suggesting or insinuating that we commit any crimes in front of a member of the royal family. Godric is just over, like, stuffing himself with the free snacks on the counter. They're like little
Question
mints.
Yeah, because I'll be honest,
Question.
he kind of side eyes a member of the party. I'm not okay with.
But banks are
is
where
it-
you can get money. They might be able to help you, is all I'm saying.
Oh, but they got a loan, yes.
Oh, right.
No. Why do our brains, us as adventurers, why do our brains go straight to crime?
Honestly,
That's an issue.
I mean, that's what I thought he was implying. It was the
There are
subtext
no
was not there.
implications to my vernacular.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
Yeah, no, this guy is telling the truth.
I feel like that's.
I'll incite that.
Roll for insight.
All right. Say 16.
16. That is exactly what he rolled on his deception. He is not telling the truth. He's like, rob the
don't believe
bank,
he's
get
telling
me
the
my
truth.
money. I just want the money. I don't care how you get
Oh. Okay.
I love that, like, Casimir just, like, jumps to that. That was actually what he was thinking. We almost
That's
turned
funny.
it a. Yeah. Just rob a bank. That's okay. It's all right. Everything's good.
Okay, so at least Aspen's got his tattoo. Yeah, look over at the others. Cormac and Gale are suspiciously quiet.
How much is the tattoo that lets you write with your finger?
Oh, that one's rather easy. So that one's common. That's gonna be 500 gold.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
And remember, all of these do require
Yeah.
attunement. So
Attunement process is it being tattooed onto you?
yeah,
Yeah.
but like it takes. My main point is that it takes an attunement slot.
Does
Yeah.
the spell rot one require attunement? Because I think that's the one that's the most dumb.
So the spell rot. Oh my god, I lost my track. Hold on. So this one does not require attunement.
Okay, that's good.
But is a one-time use for a. Oh, by the way, the rarity depends on the spell that you have tattooed on you.
Yes.
So, so it's anywhere between a cantrip to 5th level.
Yeah.
And basically,
Yeah.
you can trigger it without. And the most expensive it gets is about 10,000 gold. So for 10,000 gold, you can get a 5th level spell with a +5 spellcasting modifier, or a 17 save DC, or a +9 attack bonus tattooed onto your skin.
I'm not going
For
there,
one-time use.
but crazy
one-time
D&D
use.
thing. If you
How
have
much
infinite
for
money,
third level?
you can cover yourself in spells.
I mean, technically, yes.
Oh damn! How much for the third level? Third level is uncommon.
Uncommon, so that would be between 1 to 2,000 gold.
Oh, 2,000. Damn.
That's the range.
Okay.
Might be good to get like a Misty Step spell.
3 Misty Step would be nice. Aspen, how many things are you? How many items are you able to connect with at the moment?
Well, after this tattoo, just one more.
Just one more. Well, then,
Why do you ask?
because I'm thinking of getting a tattoo, and as it stands currently, I am full up. I was wondering if you would like your sister's Staff of Healing.
As sentimental as it is to me, I feel I am not as much of a healer as she or you are.
Well, a lot of the spells it contains, I can already do. So if I go down, there is no healing to go around per se. If someone else were to have this staff, then they would be able to be used.
I'll
more
take it back. I can take
Take it back.
Yes.
It is a predicament, but I do have something else in mind once a smith is free. Something that's been sitting in the back of my mind.
I'll stick the Staff of Healing back
Understood.
into Astra's bag.
You're gonna remove the Staff of Healing for an ink finger.
No, I was wondering how much that one was. What I really want is the Lifewell tattoo.
The life.
So how much is that?
Wonderful, wonderful selection. The Lifewell tattoo is one of my favorites. That one will cost about 50,000 gold.
50,000. Understood. How much do we have on this right now, so quickly?
50,000. Not enough.
Not enough. All right.
So we need to go to the bank.
Yeah, we need to go to the bank.
Godric,
Yes.
we're going to a bank.
All right, I'll take you there.
Okay. Do we leave Aspen to get his tattoo? It's gonna take some time.
I mean, do you want to get the tattoo now? Is that, or do you want to just all of them get them
we
at
can-
once?
Oh, get them all at once. Let's do it. We don't have to wait. We'll have to wait then anyway. Let's just go. We will come back.
All right, I'll be here.
That was disconcerting.
I mean, he is telling us short.
All right, it's time to go to the bank.
All right.
Meanwhile, at the bank, you all arrive.
Nice.
So-
Oh, like having a cab service. It's great.
This one is
NPCs.
called the Mithril Lock and Adamant Chain.
Okay. If we can we make contact with someone there and let them know about our keep and see if they can give us credit?
So walking in, this place is very polished marble. There are the iron bars at each of the teller spaces as you walk up. And surprisingly, on the other side of this teller space is not a dwarf. In fact, this one is a gnome. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. What can I do for you? He's like stamping stuff.
We need. How is this working? I'll look over at the other team, the other party members. We need money, gold, platinum. We have in our keep, but we want it here. Can we take from here and then say we deliver this our platinum to you?
I mean, there's gonna be some fees if you want us to go and fetch the money for you. A little bit. It depends on how much you want to withdraw. Some interest fees, that sort of thing. If you're not a pre-established customer with our bank, have you visited any of our branches?
Where do you have branches? Sorry.
Our,
we
friend
have
Aspen, he's very good with your
our
branches.
main branch is in Craggy Rock, and of course there's also one that's in Godric's Gorge as well, and then the one here.
That's good.
Patrick has a gorge.
Oh yes, it's mighty wide.
Have any of us been to one of these bags before?
No.
Nope.
Has Reveler robbed one before?
That you do not know.
You feel somewhere in the distance
But
there's
how much
Hydros
were
going.
you looking to withdraw?
Money do we have?
Believe
Do you have any references?
reference our friend Godric here.
Godric here, and also the king. We are working for him today. He is asking us to help with the giants.
Yes.
You want to know who we are? We are the Seekers.
Godric, who's currently helping himself to some like elderberry tarts. Oh, yes, they're quite good. They are the Seekers. They have plenty of money back home. Do you have any more of these tarts? I'm enjoying them.
Mm-hmm. I'll describe the where we are, the keep. It's close to Queen Marcella River in Kingdom of Riverboat.
Well, how much were you looking to withdraw?
I believe what? For this, we need 170,000 total.
200,000 gold pieces.
How much do we have in the keep? It's like
What we want is 20,000 platinum gold pieces, which we can replace from the keep.
20,000 gold pieces. That's gonna come with a 10% interest and service fee, so it'll be 22,000. I'm sorry. 22,000 platinum pieces is what you'll end up paying here at the end.
Is there like a saving the world discount?
Sir, we're a bank.
Do we have to save the world first, or you just don't care?
Okay, so we can promise to pay 22,000.
All right. Let me just go get some papers.
I'll look around at just a little shiftily over my party.
I mean, wouldn't it just be easier? How many cards are there in here?
No.
Asking for a friend.
Looking around, there are about, in this just the lobby alone, maybe 6 or 8 guards.
So, I will remind you all that we did promise the king we wouldn't get into any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we are good people.
This will all be money that we make back once the town around our keep is developing. So this is not concerning.
Yeah.
Married bless.
We should probably get like an official seal, because we have a keep. Keeps should have seals, right? Like, so they understand it's coming from us. So
Right.
we get that food.
I've heard of that kind of animal before, but What would we
No,
keep
it's
it?
it's like the wax seal you find on.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we should.
We're
get
waiting.
Like
We're at this
Oh,
point. We're waiting for the money.
All right, I have the paperwork here for you, putting up your keep as collateral if you failed to repay in full. Select the time period. We'll send out people via flight to reclaim the funds. And if it's not there, the keep is up for collateral. Just need the representative of your party to sign here.
Oh God.
Okay.
I can sign.
Yeah. We all sign.
If I would have gotten that fingertip tattoo, I could have signed with my finger and it would have been cool. But
So he pushes the scroll forward and hands you a dagger.
Aspen slices his finger with it.
All right, just press down in that little box there.
It's in the box.
And he does so.
The as you do this, the contract glows with this golden red. All the text illuminates, and it rolls back up and flies back to his hand. Well, there you are. And the door opens up next to the teller box, and they bring out this massive chest with 20,000 platinum pieces in it.
All right, we roll out the portable hole.
Yeah. We just place it inside the hole, pick it up, and put it in my pocket. It's just a little envelope.
And start killing the guards and throwing their bodies in.
Beautiful. There's no more cask of whiskey in there. It's empty. And then, oh no! And I find a little dwarven child that we forgot to take out.
He just wandered
Long
in there.
Oh no!
All right, well, pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah.
Pleasure doing business. Thank you.
Yes. Goodbye.
How much
Look, yes.
how much do you have in your treasury back at the keep?
A lot.
20,000 less. I'll tell you that much. That hurt a little.
20,000. Well, yeah, we went from 51,000 platinum to 31,000, and then
321.
over 100,000
All right.
gold.
All right. Well, that's after your renovations to your keep. That's about all your money. You guys are renovating your keep. Remember, you told Silas to spend money, but
We need another dragon horde.
you return to Zokri. Oh, you're back already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
No robbery involved.
washing the blood off our hands and.
No, we're just gonna. There's no robbery involved. It's fine.
I didn't expect y'all to rob the bank that soon.
No, and I say the only robbery was us because the bank charges
Yes,
interest.
Yes.
Hidden fees, I tell you.
Hidden fucking
All
fees.
right, well, go ahead, take off your clothes. He looks at Zokifli.
All right.
Rips.
No. I'll loosen up the straps. Let the
Goes to
studded leather
work, Tiger
fall.
Man.
Yeah, just muscular, lean, covered in long, kind of curving scars all over. I'm ready.
All right. He'll take out a this orange needle. He's holding it very carefully. So since this is a legendary tattoo, this is going to go down both your arms and your torso.
Okay. I want it to cover all of the scars. And I'll just have a whole lot of black stripes all over my body. All on the arms and the torso.
And he'll all right, well, he'll just prick you with the needle, and this essence will flow out of it and immediately start to spread across your body, and you'll start to wrap around you and envelop your torso and your arms, and soon enough, as the glowing fades, the tattoo is present.
And
the needle is gone.
as it happens, I take off the amulet of proof against divination location.
Uh-huh.
And I'll just look up at the sky. I will see you soon.
Oh.
And you have the Blood Fury tattoo.
Somehow I
Okay.
thought that would take longer. That's so you just like you just prick somebody with a needle and it just goes in. I'm assuming the actual magical.
Well, that
crafting
is how
takes-
needles work.
Not generally for tattoos. I mean, I've seen some soldiers get tattoos, and it's this painful, extended process as you
Right.
use different
Was
colors
that
of
not
needles.
painful? I expected getting stabbed would be painful.
Right, during this conversation, Galder's
cuts
taking off his
himself.
armor.
All the time. Like,
And you're getting
Life well.
the life well, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Same thing with
Ooh.
you. And so this one is a very rare.
Very rare.
So it is 2 limbs, or you can have your
Limbs.
2 limbs, or the chest, or upper back. Where would you like it?
It's gonna be both like arms.
All right. He takes
Tap
this
it on your tail.
bluish needle, and I'm sorry, greenish needle, and he pricks your arm with it. The essence will begin to wrap around, and you are enveloped in these runes that signify life and the healing magics.
All right. Very nice.
So that
This
one-
hurts tremendously.
and the needle will disappear as well. So now you're resistant to necrotic damage, and you have life ward.
Yeah, baby.
interesting. So, does it take you a long time to create these needles? Just kind of curious.
Yeah.
Like weeks, months?
Well, what do you really want to know about it?
I'm just kind of curious. I mean, it's a magical art that seems to be somewhat unique.
It's a magical ability passed down through generations.
Okay.
I can't be telling you all of our secrets.
No, I don't expect the secrets. I'm just
And stop
fascinated
asking
by it.
for them.
Okay.
First, you want to know why doesn't it hurt? Now you want to know how I make them?
As
That's
per
all.
description of the tattoo, Aspen will shed his armor, just wearing his cloaks and light clothing, and he will bare his left arm in entirety. And he's able to communicate like a specific design if need be.
So and you're getting the rare version, not the very rare?
The rare version, so it's a full limb, right?
Yep.
All right.
Is it the arm he lost?
Yeah, it is the arm
So
he lost.
this one is a silvery needle, and as it goes into your skin,
Can I describe the tattoo?
so it's gonna be with it's gonna look like liquid metal, but other than that, sure, it's
Oh
protective
yeah,
imagery.
the liquid metal. It's perfect. All across Aspen's left arm, the one that those who were there for it would know he previously had lost. He gets silver, just symbolism of constellations, and a dragon, a chalice, and an archer. And on the palm of his hand, the phase of the moon that Astra was born under.
Oh.
And all silvery and glistening.
As each of these needles have gone in and these tattoos have been formed, the needles have disappeared.
Yes.
Now, some artists would let you the more common ones. Those needles would reappear if you were to get rid of them. Not mine. So be careful.
Absolutely.
Well, have a good day.
You
He
too.
takes his
Okay.
giant payment.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks for the shop. Just kidding. We're heading out.
Let me just double check. 500 to 20,000. 20,000. 52,000.
525,600 gold pieces.
Cool. So yeah, we would have spent 170. Sorry, 172,000.
Sounds right.
Yes, we've got a little bit left over, right? Like I think
28,000
I'm
gold
just
is
gonna-
how much you should have left over.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll add that to my list. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Carrying an
well,
extra.
You got your
Yeah, funny.
tattoos. Congratulations. That was quite a show of wealth. What a power move. I'm impressed.
We took an entire ancient dragon's horde. It was very, very impressive. And I'm not bragging. It was just really impressive.
Sounds like
I
you're
wasn't
bragging.
there for that.
No, I mean I'm not the one who did it. Our friend Golder, he is the one who managed it.
Well, it sounds like you're bragging.
You know, maybe I am bragging. How often do you see someone take an entire dragon horde?
Oh, I saw one last week.
With the dragon still alive?
Well, yeah.
With the dragon actively fighting you as you're taking the horde.
I mean, this is just like a monthly thing for us dwarves.
How truthful are you being, Godric?
We don't lie.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Yeah, I'm inciting that.
That will be
That's
24.
Oh wait, no, I
24
misread it.
28.
That's a yeah.
He's lying. He's exaggerating
Okay.
grossly.
Yeah, you are very much exaggerating right now, my friend.
It's okay.
I don't know about you, but you know, us dwarves are hardy people. We're not dainty like those elves.
Oh, I
Listen,
never said you were like an elf.
We all look at Revelor.
There's no need to lie just so that you may feel comparable to other people. There are much more valuable things than material wealth.
I mean,
Oh, you guys got to try this food stall. It's one of my favorites.
I can't eat meat.
Oh, this one doesn't have meat.
bacon
What
is
is
still
it? A
meat.
newt?
He'll bring you over to a basically a potato food stall. This one serves potatoes in many different forms. Super buttery mashed potatoes with herbs whipped into them. You can also have gravy added to it. It is salamander gravy.
Do they have poutine?
I wasn't done. And then you can also get like fried protein added on top of the mashed potato and gravy bowl. So basically it's a very one could say it is a famous type of bowl. And they also have they do have fried potato nuggets, like tots with gravy and stuff on them. So they are tater tot poutine, which is the only way to have them. As you can see, we love.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
There's some shredded meat on top as well.
No, it's not poutine.
Yeah, it's no longer.
You fuck your way, you fuck mine.
Does it have cheese?
Yes.
All right.
It's a cheese crust, it's
Aspen,
just shredded mozzarella.
Yeah, the gravy's beef though.
Oh, it's all goat milk. Jeez.
Aspen will ask for the potato nuggets with just the cheese, no gravy, no shredded meat.
Do you want the cheese?
Oh yes, I can't eat meat. Cheese is
All right.
fine.
All right, we'll have one of those, and I'll take one of the bowls with the fried salamander. We can make that a combo. I want it with a mead.
Gonna get a number 2 with a number 5.
What do you have? What do you having so carefully?
Number 9 with fries.
Oh, I'm heading out and I come back with some salamander on the stick.
You wait back for it.
All right, and you, Tiefling, what are you having?
All of this seems
go
like
ahead
an
and get
offense.
him the poutine.
No,
he says
it's
it's
not
very
potato.
authentic.
No, it's fine. I'm
All
not
right,
hungry.
1 silver, that's fine. You can pull out a little dainty pouch and put down 1 silver. There you go. Casimir, make a
Yeah,
wisdom
what?
save. Make a wisdom save, Casimir.
What the
Giving our
fuck?
weapons back,
Make
by
a
the way.
wisdom
As
save, Casimir.
That's
Oh,
17.
DC was 20. I'm sorry. It angers you that
Yeah.
this is not authentic. This is not
Yeah.
what poutine is. But you
Yeah.
like it. It's good. It tastes good. And it frustrates you, but you enjoy it. You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
You know, it's still wrong, but at least it tastes good. But I'm going to kill you. But I'm not.
All right. Well, if you kill me, then you're out of luck.
No, thank you. Actually, it's quite delicious.
You're welcome.
Is there curry in this as well? It's very spicy.
Maybe. We had the fire root.
You slap that in everything, don't you?
Well, a little bit of everything we see. We don't have a whole lot of crops that all of you have out there. So we
Make
have
do with
found
what
a
you
lot
got.
of root foods that substitute a lot of the flavor.
Fire root. They do put that shit on everything.
Yes.
I'll also get one of these famous bowls I've heard about.
Do you want the fried salamander?
Absolutely.
Make it as a
Please.
combo.
With the
So-
soda.
You'll get he'll get a mead.
What's a liter of cola?
He'll get like
A
nice
liter of
8-ounce cup
mead. Ooh. An 8-ounce cup. Yes, that is a cup.
All right. Well,
All right, so thank you.
well, this has been fun.
Were we going shopping somewhere else there, Aspen?
Maybe we need.
I suppose the Smiths are pretty busy, no, Godric?
No, they're very busy. They're making all sorts of weapons and things for the fight.
As I mentioned, I had something in mind, but seeing as the Smiths are busy, I presume it will have to wait till we come back.
Probably.
I'm in no hurry.
Oh, I mean, it might be better to commission the work before we go so that it'll be ready when we come back, right?
That may be true.
Okay.
Godric, do you know any Smith that you personally like?
He cast a spell.
There are a few that I like.
Personally or professionally?
Is there a difference?
Well, one you go drinking with after work, and one you go drinking with before bed.
What's the difference? You drink after and before bed. That's if you drink after work, it's before bed. If you drink before bed, it's before bed.
Well, everything's technically before bed if you're going to go that way.
I
We
mean,
should
between
think
work,
about
which
going-
I've never had a job. Between work and bed, there's drinking,
Yeah.
right? But if it were between bed and work, it would be after bed but before work.
Sorry, you're getting the subtext wrong. It's about the person you go to work with, you go with a drink, and then you continue to drink with the person you're personally connected with, and then you go to bed with them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's called sex.
I've only read about that.
Yes, that explains a lot.
Just haven't found the right person for me.
Well, I mean,
These are all professional relationships. I'm understanding them.
Very
There's always
professional.
one.
Worlds do seem
I'm
to
trying
have
to
some
save
sort of
myself.
infatuation with fucking, as O'Kifley told me.
yeah.
He
I like
informed me
women.
this one time when we were going down a canal.
Wow, we've taken this into a whole other realm right now.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So,
D&D at night.
Looks like
Smith
giant
that you
cats.
personally recommend.
Mm.
Like the you as a person recommend because they are good smiths.
Which was the best one?
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm a pretty good smith.
We have some money.
Which
What
one of
do
the
you all
officially
need?
recognized smiths do you recommend?
I'm officially recognized
By who?
by everyone, I guess.
Really?
Oh, I would not have guessed, considering that the king said all of the smiths were very busy with making weapons.
I'm busy too, just not making weapons. I'm busy handling the weapons. You're the weapons.
But you didn't make us.
No, I'm handling.
You're handling our weapons. Okay.
I'm handling you.
Back to the subtext.
It's just sometimes when I'm smithing and I you know I get going, my chest starts to hurt. I don't know why.
That might be a heart attack.
Oh,
Do you know
no.
any smiths whose chests don't start to hurt?
I mean, I guess that is a few.
I'm
But
not
I haven't
doubting your
talked to her in
ability.
a while.
I just don't want your chest to start hurting.
You're breaking my heart now. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not.
Okay, show us some of your works. And
Alright. Well, come on. We'll go to the workshops.
all right,
Okay.
yeah. And then we'll continue the discussion after we see what he's capable of.
So
We can't judge him before it.
He brings you to a section of the city where there's a lot of furnaces and forges going right now. These massive works that are just able to produce, mass produce things in a way that you haven't seen before. The only thing that could have rivaled these craft stations would be the stories that you heard about Ignabin, the volcanic city in itself. But he walks you into his own shop and you find these statues of twisted metal in odd shapes. All right, there you go.
And what are these supposed to be? These
Well,
scraps that you get to work, or?
They're not scraps, they're depictions of modern society.
It's
Hmm.
art.
Modern art, I understand.
I mean, technically it's dwarven art, but
He goes over to one that's like a spiral with a bunch of hooks hanging off of it. This one represents Mysteria's very toxic need for trade.
oh, would have assumed it was also representing the Tower of Allura by the spiral.
I was thinking
That's a very
of
good
putting my coat
interpretation.
on it. I was thinking of putting my coat on it. It looks like a coat rack, but you know.
It would be practical art then.
Yeah, practical art with some hidden meaning, honestly. I
So,
believe this is important to society and culture, but I don't believe this is what Aspen is looking for.
What do you need?
I mean,
That's
Aspen,
good.
if you could focus for a second.
Yeah, my technical difficulties, sorry.
He's
I
She's gone.
didn't do anything.
oh
I just turned. I had to turn the camera off and turn it back
yeah, I
on.
think the whole
Anyway.
camera locked up. Okay.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a weapon that. It's a sickle, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
The nuance with this weapon is that it is meant for people who aren't completely focused on close quarters combat. I had seen my uncle use it many times in my childhood. It's a sickle imbued with the essence of the moon. Not in the literal sense, but ritualistically.
Nope, can't help with that.
Could you point me to a smith who could?
You would have to speak to Morkana.
If you could direct us to her, that'd be very helpful.
Morkana.
Morkona. Morkona.
Why does that name sound familiar?
You've never heard that name.
Okay. Which makes me even more concerned of why it sounds familiar. It's where have I heard this at all?
I mean, if you want, I'm guessing you want it to be magical.
It has to be, yes.
All right, well, you can go ahead and go up to the temple then.
Oh, this is forged in a temple?
Morkana is the head priestess of Darkly. I'm not allowed in
Are
there.
you from somewhere different than the other dwarfs here? Your accent is very different.
Aye. I grew up in Ignabin.
Ah. Bill's pretending to be interested. He's looking furtively around.
Thank you very much for your help, Godric. Are you still going to guide us as we enter the temple? No,
Well,
you said you can't.
I'm
go
not
in.
allowed in there.
Are you still going to be here after we exit?
You can just go back to the palace.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you for your help.
Wanna quickly take stock of just a sec of all the tattoos that are currently on everyone. So I want to make sure.
Okay.
Okay. So Kifley's done it. He's got the Blood Fury tattoo on him.
Yes.
That much I know. The Goldrick is sporting the Illuminator's tattoo.
Go. He's
no.
in the life well.
I did the life well
tattoo.
tattoo.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And is there a spell rot tattoo as well?
We didn't choose it. We looked into it.
Oh,
Aspen's
Aspen has the
wearing
barriers
the
tattoo.
Life well
Rare-
barrier and blood
rare-
fury. That's it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
rare barrier tattoo
Rad,
specifically.
okay.
I was considering the
Right.
the spell rod, but Casimir's
Right.
just got the normal red cracks on his forehead that are slightly illuminated in moments.
Nice. Okay. Thanks. Okay, all clear. We face the temple.
So as I mentioned that there were these massive forges that you saw across the way when you came out from the train station.
Mhm.
This is the temple of Dockery. There are these furnaces. There are all sorts of metals laying around, and these dwarven smiths walking around. There's even some that are non-dwarves here as well that are kind of learning as followers of Dockery. And just as you enter, this immense heat hits you all. It's a very dry heat. You start sweating, but it's evaporating right away. Your lips begin to crack from the lack of moisture in the air. As you've basically entered a massive foundry, there are hooks of molten metal buckets being carried across the way, across this like conveyor almost. The sound of steam hissing from the metals being dipped into the water, or oil, if depending on how fast they want it to cool. The sounds of hammers hitting away at anvils with the new things that they're making. There are all sorts of crafts being worked out here. There's not just weapon making, but there's also jewelry making, the twisting of precious metals like gold, platinum, silver. It's just anything that is a smith or forge related craft is being practiced here. So what do y'all like to do?
I'll let him
Golden
take
one?
the lead on this one. He's looking for a
Oh
signal.
yeah.
A elvish man walks up to all of you. He's wearing just plain gray robes. Hello. Are you here to offer a prayer?
Yes, I am at least.
Very well. You can come over here. He gestures you over to an altar almost, but there's a number. As you look at the altar, there's all sorts of things laying on that people have offered up. In terms of prayer, there are coins, there are small gemstones, there are all sorts of things that people that can be used here at the temple.
Okay.
What do you do?
Galder's gonna kneel in front of it. And just see if he can feel any sort of divine presence just here.
Make a religion check.
Okay. Pretty decent at those. That is a natural 20 for a 27.
Okay. Do you offer anything? And tell me what you say.
I will. I'll break off like one of like the amethyst growths like on my arm or something, which is gonna hurt, but I'll do it.
Okay.
And just place it.
You'll take 2 points of damage.
Ooh.
That is fine. Let me take that.
It's like breaking off a limb,
Yeah.
like a small appendage almost.
Yeah. It's like breaking a finger, kinda.
And what do you say?
Oof.
And who are you praying to?
Any deity that just happens to be listening
Okay.
right now. I believe I am at a crossroad in my life. I do not know who to trust or what to trust. Any sort of guidance would be helpful here.
For you, things go silent. I am here. What do you seek?
Is this a familiar voice?
No.
Okay.
It is a cool male voice.
Okay. Well, first I would like to ask,
As in
who am
cool
I speaking
tone.
with? Yeah. First I would like to ask, who am I speaking with?
You did not ask for anyone specific, just one that could help. Do you want assistance or not? My time is limited. Speak, mortal.
As I believe you heard, I am at a crossroads. I do not know what to trust, and is Tumace a path that I should continue to follow? The teachings of Tumace, rather. Or is that something that I should steer away from?
A follower of Tumace praying in the Temple of Dockery. I never thought I would see the day. You're right to question. You're following. You have been misled by so many.
All right. Any pointers in the right direction here, or are you just gonna leave it cryptic?
I love direct with gods.
There are Ones who have warned you not to trust us. Would you
Yes.
believe my words if I told you?
I would believe more if you answered my previous question of who am I speaking with?
We are not so evil as the gods would wish you to believe. I am the one that drowns people in the gold they wish for. I am Juneve. I could be of assistance. I follow laws and order. Look at your holy symbol, young cleric.
I'll look at it.
It is starting to reverberate, and you watch as a small crack begins to form. Two Mace knows that you're abandoning him, and so he is beginning to abandon you. But I am here. I do not require your prayers, but I can offer you a pact.
Oh shit.
Buddy.
If there's a way for me to find the answers I seek through you, but stay true to myself and my teachings, I would like to seek both paths, but I suppose in this world there's not much balance to be found.
As you continue this conversation with Juneve, you hear a sound of thunder reverberate in your ears. No! And the connection is severed. You all have watched like Galder just space out for a few moments, longer than is comfortable, and suddenly he like takes in a deep breath as you're all standing around him.
Oh, fuck, okay. Alright. I'm gonna look at my holy symbol.
There is a small crack on the edge.
That was real.
Galder, are you okay?
I don't know. I spoke. I guess I was just speaking to anything that will listen, but I spoke to a being referring to itself as Juneve.
Have we heard of Geneve before?
Make a religion check with advantage.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Religious. I gotta roll a second time because advantage. It's not double rolling automatically, which is probably good. Well, it's the 12 is better than the natural 1. So.
You don't know much about Geneve. Outside that their symbol is a hand reaching out of a gold pile, as they are the deity of greed and wealth. Hoarding.
Are they considered to be
selfish sense?
Are they like one of the dark gods, like one of the demons, technically?
Right. You've met some of the dark celestials. You've met Balma. You've met Evina. But Geneve is another one.
So the god of greed is the one who reached out to you.
I believe so, and offered me a pact.
Oh, God.
It would have been your level.
And Warlock.
Did you accept the pack, Galder?
I was considering it, but I didn't get a chance. My connection was severed by a voice. Did the voice that cut me off sound familiar in any way?
Mm-mm.
No? Ooh.
Oh, it didn't even sound like. He was
Okay.
cut off. Was he your
Uh,
god? Your
I
deity,
don't
you
believe.
said no.
I don't believe so. It was a voice I haven't heard. It's like a thundering sound, and then just said no when I was back.
And do you think maybe perhaps since you're praying at a temple of Dakri, it was Dakri themselves?
It didn't sound Scottish.
It did a little bit,
Nothing
actually.
I've said today has sounded Scottish, guys. Leave me alone.
That's my.
Is
Is that what we were going for?
Maybe I could try to reach out to Dogri directly.
I am not one who is big on faith to higher powers, but I think maybe even in a lapse of faith to what you may be used to, it may be wise to not reach out to different solutions in a time of weakness. Not so fast, at least.
I'm not considering abandoning myself in this. I'm simply considering ways to figure out what exactly is happening.
If you want to figure out yourself, there's no reason to reach out to other sources. It's a matter of understanding who you are.
Suppose you're right.
Hello. A woman approaches all of you, just comes up behind you. Dwarven.
What were we?
Silver
What were we
hair.
told? The smith's name was.
Morcana. Morcana.
Morcana.
Morcana. Kona,
Would you
sorry,
happen to be Morcana?
I am. I'm curious why I felt such an interesting presence coming from one of you just a moment ago.
Well,
I was communing with multiple higher powers, I think. I apologize for intruding. And bringing any
Interesting.
sort of other beings into this.
I just made some tea. Would you like some?
Please.
So yeah, as she walks, you realize that this dwarfish woman, Morcana, the head priestess of Dakri in the capital city of Kargren, same stature build as many dwarves. It's long silver hair that is tied back in a ponytail to allow freedom out of the way of her work. With these bright blue eyes and wrinkled face. She is older as far as a lot of dwarves go. Her hands are very calloused and rough from whatever forge work she may do. And she has an array of tools out around her belt. As you realize that her robe isn't necessarily a robe. It has heat protective, almost like a leather apron would, that is made to continue to forge while also giving devotion to Dakri. Please, have a seat. Everything you find in this room has been fashioned here at the temple, so please provide it the same respect as you would their craftsmen.
I do have a question for you. You said you did feel a presence. What? I mean, I'm aware of one of the beings I was speaking with, but what? Was there another presence that you felt?
I did.
Do you know what
felt
that other?
a fiendish and celestial presence at once. I have an attunement to this place where all good and evil is detected. I was alerted of the undead as soon as you entered as well.
Yes. Okay. So you're not aware of who exactly was speaking to me, but just the nature of the beings that were speaking?
No, I just know that there was a lingering presence that was cut off by a sudden and short celestial presence.
And it wasn't your god,
I do not know.
Dokri.
He only speaks to me when he wishes.
Is it common for the dark gods to be able to reach out in a temple to other gods? I'm not well informed on these things, but you would think that there would be some resistance.
She walks over with a tea kettle that is very chic, one would say, as it has also been forged here, and pours into cups, each cup looking different than the other. Many dark things have grown in power these past few months.
So is the work of the coven.
But one must consider. She sits down with her own cup and lifts it up to her mouth. The tea is earthy with a little bit of a not spiciness, but more like zest, I would say. Kind of like an Earl Grey would be, but less mild. We are told in many regards in our teachings that the natural order of things matters most. But you cannot have light without darkness. You cannot have wealth and prosperity without greed. They are both two sides of the same coin.
That analogy was oddly relevant to the being that was just speaking to me.
Curious.
Strange, but
Seems strange Geneve would reach out in this place then.
actually, it doesn't seem all that strange. With the goal of making things is to either spread the wealth of knowledge or experience, and someone that takes that is someone that would take that too greedily is very possible in a place like this. So I don't think it's strange that Geneva, of all people, of all beings, reached out.
You have been taught well.
Thank you.
I suppose the god of winter had his counterpart as well, so...
Yes.
Has his counterpart. We didn't... Yeah.
What are Bezdal's doing?
I mean, last time we saw him, he was fighting an ancient dragon. That was pretty...
Last time we saw him, he was fighting himself.
Well, he was fighting himself and a dragon.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
me-
That was...
Tell me, Casimir, what do you know about rain?
Rain? Like water falling from the clouds in the sky?
Does it water our crops and give us food?
It does, but too much can destroy.
Correct.
Cause rot, plus decay.
I was told that one of you want to speak to me.
Yes. I do.
Aspen, is it?
Yes.
What can I do for you?
I was told that you may be able to aid me in the crafting of a weapon that I could see of use. A sickle of the moon, a moon sickle. I am not completely sure exactly how it is made. I only have experience of it through my uncle, and I know it is used by my people or similar to not only fight as a normal weapon, but to empower their magic.
See. This is not an weapon easily made. What purpose would it serve?
Purpose of making me more effective in achieving my goals.
And what goals do you have?
One that, although it may seem close, feels far, of bringing my family back to, I guess, life in a sense, to cure them of their disease, and to strike down the enemies who have captured my sister.
Revenge is what you're looking for.
Revenge and
In a
justice.
way, yes.
And to stop them from hurting more people.
Precisely.
Do you think it is
I do.
proper for one to be judge, jury, and executioner?
It's proper to defend and protect what is yours and what you love.
I do feel that I've gone through considering my options many a deal of ways. I have had a lot of time to reflect on my situation, previously believing it to be my fault and my fault only. I was ready not to take revenge, but to clean up my own mess, and that was the initial plan. But now I know that it wasn't my fault to begin with. And even though that may be true, I do carry still the tiniest bit of lingering guilt, even if it may be irrational. But I know that I need to take care of these people who have done these things to me and the people I love. And even though it may seem as senseless revenge to some, I can only think that it's as sensible of a goal as any other. It is the only reason I have to keep going at the moment.
This is not an item I'm able to make for you.
I see.
But I am worried that you said that revenge is the only thing driving you right now for all the wrong that's been done to you in the world. And
not necessarily as revenge.
Regardless, I am going to caution you as an elder to take the path and consider your options. You may come to a moment where you have what you want and you take that opportunity, you take that jump. You have the ability to slay those that have wronged you, that have taken your sister from you. But you might feel just as empty at the end.
So long as I could bring back the people who I love, that won't be true. Ultimately, that is my goal, and through revenge, if that's the way to call it, that is how I will achieve it. You mentioned balance. This is balance. I wither away at the enemies who have wronged me to bloom back prosperity to my family.
I just hope that the choices you make are for the better of everyone and not just those close to you. There are those more connected to the heavens that would be able to forge this weapon for you.
I don't believe this is a weapon of the heavens.
It is one empowered with the beauty of the moon, is it not?
I guess the moon in a more archaic sense. My people aren't people of gods.
These are not people of gods either.
who might be able to help me.
The Fae of the Astral Sea. They are said to forge the light of the stars and items that contain it. They are those of a more primal following. But what if your enemies is one?
A
Curious.
fallen one.
I will be able, however, once the king allows it, to be able to forge the weapon from the horn that you brought.
That is good to hear.
We'll go over the details of what you'd like to see it made into once you've completed the task. I'm always willing to take on a new project.
Thus, we must kill some giants.
Or find a resolution that doesn't involve extermination, but
Whichever one works.
well, preferably the one that involves less killing.
One can
Yeah.
avoid wildfires by cutting down all the trees. It would work.
You see, she also says.
I like the way you think.
It would
Why
work,
am I
but is
this-
it for the best? Is my point.
Yes. There is always a balance you have to find in these things.
It's
It's-
destruction breeds more destruction. So, if there's a way we can resolve this without that, that would be preferable, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Galder,
Yes.
can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
Girls.
Wisdom saving throw. That will be a 23.
23. You feel pressure in on your mental fortitude, like something's trying to pry in for a moment, but you fight it off.
Okay.
Proof.
Next time I feel that, I choose to fail the save.
Out of curiosity, right?
Yes.
I almost silvery barbs you, by the way.
That you didn't even know was happening.
Yeah, I know. I can see Galder focusing silvery barbs.
Whatever it is, I wanted to fail at it.
I unfortunately it was although I'm very much enjoying talking to you, I do have wounded to tend to and some more work to be done.
If you don't mind, and the rest of you don't mind, I would like to stay here overnight. I'll help tend to wounded and whatever work you need help with. But I believe some time in a temple will help me.
Okay, one day we can wait.
I mean, we can regroup in the morning because that's when we need to set off anyways.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Regroup at the castle. I mean, unless you
Yes.
want him to go. I mean,
Yeah, if you want me to leave, I will leave. But
I mean, Galder, there's still we missed out on that drinking competition, so you know.
it might have been for the better.
Yeah, say.
I believe in the coming days I need as clear of a mind as I can have.
Okay.
So if you allow me to stay, I would like to.
Nods in approval.
You're welcome to stay here. And all of you are welcome to stay as long as you wish. Offer up prayers, help, whatever you wish to do, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll stay.
And she'll get up and she'll leave the area where she has left you.
I think I'll spend the evening doing some.
It'll be good to have someone to talk to as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of. I need to practice this praying thing. I've never done it in the temple, so let's see if it works.
Oh yes, it's amplified tenfold at a temple.
Yeah, they say, but you need to know who you're praying to because you might get mixed connections.
Yes.
That's what I got.
Yes.
Aspen
See,
will
I
be
didn't-
staying outside of wherever is not the temple that we were originally staying.
I think we were invited to go back to the castle, right?
You'll be staying in the castle if you so choose, or at the temple.
That's gonna stay in the castle.
Let's split the party.
I'll go with Aspen.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll find a nice quiet spot to set up.
And the other two go have a drinking
Tinker
contest.
around with my. I'm gonna do my tinker with my alchemist kit, and if I can build some, distill some gunpowder for Cormac.
Some bombs.
Make some
Build
bombs.
some bombs. I don't know how long that'll take. Maybe a night, maybe more.
As
Guys are a
you
little.
take part in your activities,
Mhm.
Casimir and Galder helping those wounded in the temple, Aspen and Zulkifli back at the castle. What happens next is a story for another time. And that is where we'll end tonight's session of Procedure Encounters. Great philosophical conversation there at the end. I'm very happy with how that turned out.
Yeah, that was nice.
We'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/lichsouls. And I'm excited to continue on this story. If you wish, you can join our Discord at lichsouls.com/Discord and join us in an array of other games such as Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Lethal Company, and more. Tomorrow is our second Dead by Daylight stream of the week for open lobbies where you're welcome to come in and die with me. It's a fantastic time. It's fun. We love it. Except for when they play Knight or Skull Merchant, but it's okay.
I say if we get 5 people, we could even do a private lobby.
Ooh. And we're going to pass it on over to Jeremiah, who plays Aspen, our Furbulk Druid.
Nice session, you all. Cool shopping, everybody getting tatted up. / podcast. The kind of sitting around a table, everybody's got microphones. Somebody just did DMT.
We're gonna have a little ASMR at the end of this session right now.
That's right.
We discuss
we're also
philosophy for the next 7 hours.
Hey, sweetie, do you have a
But
cold?
yeah,
Sit down.
I'm sure.
Your cold down.
No.
I'm sure whatever fights we have in store following this session will be very intense and trying. So I wish everyone the best of luck, I suppose. And with that, I'll pass it over to Noah, aka Zulkifli.
Hi. Oh, do you have a fever? I'm gonna make you some chicken soup. And I'll just whisper to you, just like I used to when you were a tiny baby. Leave your dad. I'm gonna leave your dad. Leave your dad. He never loved me.
Anyway, so that was a little insight to all of our personal lives. Thank you so much for tuning into our channel. Love it. Kicking off the new year, 2024, which is now the year that we finish this campaign. Gotta be. The year that we end this. I want to add, it's super cool. I made this character a little while back in like an arena-based one-shot, and added a bunch of high-powered items because the DM let me, and Blood Fury Tattoo was one of them, and I was so pleased that it was an option here because, oh yay, this is gonna be fun. And with that, I will yield to our who do we have left? Golder? Casimir.
Casimir.
Sorry, Casimir, go ahead.
Wow. It was
Yeah.
an interesting session. You know, who would have thought that shopping would have involved accruing great debt as well? We're glad to see that the Kargan banking system is fair and balanced. Also a lesson for Dungeons and Dragons parties: do not have the faces of your party be the people who have +0 on their persuasion or minuses.
Whatever.
But before I pass it on, I'm gonna have a discussion about the void. No, I'm not. It was a fun session. Great. Thank you to Michael always for putting on a good session. Great playing with you all, even though there were less of us this week. And I'm going to pass it on to the broken, shattered heart of Galder, played by Dakota.
I'm really enjoying these conversations and these thought processes that Galder is having to go through here. Because realistically, he, as much as he doesn't want to admit it, he is lost. He is completely lost right now. So being able to go through this arc with him is very, very fun, and it's just a nice thing to be able to do. It's a lot of good role playing and story opportunities, and I'm really enjoying it. Very fun session. A lot of talking, which I like. So, no notes. Great session. Thank you, Michael. I'm gonna pass it to you, Michael.
Thank you so much, Dakota, and a huge congratulations to Jeremiah, who's going to be doing the summary next week. So there's that. And everybody, we'll see you here next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/LichSouls. I have nothing else I can say other than thank you for being part of our stream so far tonight. And bye!
Bye.
With a whisper.
Bye.
Next up, the smooth jazz of the Seekers.